Switch my camera here. There you go.
Okay.
Put that stupid effect off.
All right. We are live with our special guest, TommyC. Thank you so much for joining.
Talking tea with TommyC.
Do you want me to tweet this out?
Oh, yeah, sure.
If you want to.
Where's the link? Like, would I take the link up in the upper right-hand corner? Or
no, here, I'll post
Send me a link on Discord, and I'll pop it out to my fans.
Give me 1 second. Let me do that.
Let's see if we get a little people here.
When you get a chance, Crow, can you change the display? I don't like this rectangular thing.
Oh, yeah. Give me,
it's like weird.
Give me 1 second.
While he's doing that, Tommy, like, have you been, because I know you've been busy, but have you been observing the Gabby Hanna stuff, or are you like caught up with that? Because that stuff is pretty wild.
Not as much as Nick is, but I'm getting I'll be honest, I'm getting some insider information, and I'm watching it play out as far as that's concerned. I've come to the conclusion that like I don't want to dunk on you guys because it's not the tech that I have a problem with. I'm seeing a lot of people that are getting into streaming through applications like StreamYard, and you really don't need I'm thinking I spend about 10 grand on everything I have, and it's like I think guys with smaller computers or that don't have the money are kind of going to a back door, which by the way, that's great. That's fantastic, right? But the other problem is it's cheap. Anybody can come in. And there's anybody come in, and you're getting a lot of dopes in the tea community. So we're getting like chaos out there. So that is my problem with. I mean, I don't hate the tech, but it's not bringing critical minds to the debate. And you might say on the surface, like, it's just tea, it's just drama, it's just YouTube drama. What's the big deal? Well, when you're talking about like pretty serious issues that could indict someone on a criminal charge or sexual allegations, rape allegations, criminal allegations, some of these people aren't cut out to do it. I don't know if you guys know this, but and I'll make an exception for this, but we've really tried to cut out, and I even made a video about it, like sexual assault allegations almost completely. I would say we've cut it out about 95%, and I'm still able to go on and do drama. Keemstar told me to my face that within a month I'll be back, and I've only touched on it once since. I don't make it the cornerstone. I try to keep it fun, like old school Drama Alert, stuff about gaming, stuff like this. And it is difficult, but I got to be honest with you, it's freeing. And one of the reasons I just got chased away from covering the I Am Alex things is A, they never ended. Okay. They never stopped. Mm-hmm. And B, we're having more and more people make outrageous allegations that really could, hurt people's lives. And remember, I was in the room with Slazo watching the 1,000-mile stare as his life was coming apart over false allegations from big YouTubers that would not know, no matter what the evidence, they wouldn't downshift, or they wouldn't hear him out, or they wouldn't come clean when evidence contradicted. So there seems to be a new war against tea, and I'm kind of all for it.
I could tell.
It definitely does seem like, I don't know, in the past 2 years, maybe it was like about 2 years or so, and all the videos became about some sort of sexual assault claim.
2019 was the year.
Okay, yeah, right?
Yeah,
but it just all came at once, and the stories don't ever end, because then a news story pops off and everybody just switches over to talking about that, right? Like it just it's just, I don't know, it's like it's a never ending cycle. It just keeps on going. And I don't think like the Call Me Carson stuff, right?
Yeah. People
just made their opinion on it. That's it. Like nothing happened to the guy. He might be coming back. He put out a tweet. But the Power Cynical stuff, I thought the Power Cynical stuff was much worse than the Call Me Carson stuff. Like people completely forgot about Pyro. Yeah. People completely forgot about Pyro.
I know, and that was probably a catalyst as well, because the thing about Pyro was, I mean, I even questioned it. Pyro ought to get his hands and knees and kiss my ass, because I'm the one that got his accuser to admit that he really didn't know what grooming is. And by the way, he's in great company. So he used that in his video. But my issue with Pyro was never the allegation and never the evidence he provided. I think with everything that this kid provided was weak at best as far as any kind of crime occurred or any chance that he had been groomed or anything else. It was a completely inappropriate conversation with a person that was just underage, and that was it. It's the fact that Pyro allowed his entire audience to call this kid a liar. To this day, we've never found a false statement from this kid. Not one, zero, zip, nothing. His statements were all true. How serious they were, how criminal they were, that's up for debate. And nobody thinks in the United Kingdom that he could have gotten any kind of trouble, but he did deny it. And then he allowed his fan base to deny it and make this guy out to be a liar. Then he attacked the accuser who had not lied. And then Turkey Tom made his infamous Google Doc, which you could poke more holes through that doc. As by the way, his friends did. Nick is the one that shredded that thing, and he used that like, okay, the Google Docs bad, I'm innocent, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, you still accuse this guy of you attacked this guy. He never did not tell the truth, and you only apologized when cornered by Turkey Tom, and after he made the bad Google Doc. I wasn't even in there, although I wish I would have had the chance to re-speak. I said, because he had gotten an invitation to a party at some point, and I said, probably out of anger, it's like, what do you want to invite him over there to fuck him? And
we were the ones on Twitter that you responded that with.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was
to fuck him, and I wish I would have changed. But I wish I would have changed my. But I don't know how unreasonable it was at that time, considering he was attacking this kid.
Well, a lot of people
he was
actually
really
saw that.
attacking this kid. He only stopped attacking him after Turkey Tom, after the Turkey Tom incident. It's like, okay, Turkey Tom does bad journalism. That doesn't let you off the hook for going after this kid, allowing your fans to call him a liar and not coming out sooner. All right, and then only apologizing after you're cornered. The kid didn't lie. He didn't lie once. He's very strange. He did some weird stuff afterwards. But everything that he said, and nobody remembers this part, everything that he said happened, that he was called a liar, he had receipts for. Now, whether you want to believe those things that make Pyro Cynical a bad person, I'm actually on the fence about it. I just think it was just kind of stupid. I don't know if I certainly don't think he was grooming. But Pyro Cynical called the kid a liar. He basically let his fan base hey, gamers, by the way, I don't know, I barely know this guy. Bullshit. Yeah. And they also you had to be 18 to get in the server that they were in. Therefore, okay, so he lied. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know of any kind of ID check on any kind of Discord server, number one. And that sounds like the pro Jared defense. We're using the honor system to check people's age. My problem was his response. My problem was never for a minute. And that's why I've never apologized to him. And I never will.
Can you refresh my memory? Because I could be mistaken about this part real quick. But did Ivory, because I don't know if it was Ivory or I don't know if it was other people speaking for Ivory.
What did Ivory do?
Oh, no. I'm just asking you, do you remember if Ivory said himself or if other people said it that he told Pyro his age? That's the only thing that I think.
I don't think.
I can't remember.
Ivory, here's the thing, remember. I don't think. Well, if I... See, I would have been back in October. I would have been able to answer.
Yeah. See, look, I don't remember either. I can't remember.
Remember their contact getting. Yeah, there was one point like he responds to the birthday thing and says, "I don't think I'll be able to drink over there," or something along those lines. But I did note. I think if I remember correctly, Pyro kind of stops talking to him after that. Maybe that vindicates Pyro. Like he honestly didn't know his age, and I can forgive him for that. I can forgive him. The thing that he said, and I don't think it's a lie from a standpoint of telling the truth. He said, "Well, this guy sent me pornography," and then you look at the pornography; it's not. There's really big, fat, furry guys being drawn. You could have wrote capitalism. Right? You could have wrote capitalism on one of them. And they would have been a political cartoon. That's how fucking over. There's nothing sexual about it. Like absolutely nothing sexual about it. Now, I do understand in the furry world that I don't understand that's like, I mean, Jesus Christ, you could jerk up a milkshake. That's so fucking odd. I don't get that. But here's the thing: a courtroom wouldn't see it as a courtroom wouldn't see that as something criminal. So that's the way I always felt about that. But no, I'm never apologized. I wish I'd worded what I said better. But I think Pyro, he just avoided all responsibility. And
well, someone pointed out that was how he handled the what was it? That was how he handled that thing with Keemstar.
Yeah, he lies. He gets caught, and then he admits it, and then he admits and attacks the journalism. That's exactly what he did.
It's true.
Lies, deflects, gets caught, attacks the journalism that's not 100% perfect, and admits to what he can admit to. I want to make this clear though. I don't think Pyro criminal. But in some sense, you're right. You were saying you were comparing this with Call Me Carson. Holy shit! Did Call Me Carson pay a much bigger penalty?
Yeah.
And like that. Well, I mean, the Power Cynical allegations compared to the Call Me Carson allegations, the Power Cynical stuff is so much fucking worse. But like the Carson, he just disappeared. He just took off, went running, right?
For many reasons. The only argument you can make it worse, but I mean, we're talking 1917 here. The only argument could, again, I mean, I'm being consistent with this stuff. Okay, is that the real Def? Oh, that's Neff Noodles. I wanted to go nuts. I just saw it in the chat. They're fundamentally the same story. They're fundamentally the same story. It's just Carson dipped out. He didn't attack his accuser. And call her a liar or try to shift blame or try to manipulate. He didn't do any of that. And the same thing with the French girl. There was no French girl. Well, there was a French girl. I thought that was bullshit too. I'll give you a perfect example. I remember being unpaid, talking about a clown, and both agreeing that Keem made it up. He clearly didn't make it up. That's all I got to say about that.
The French girl stuff is just
it's fucking nuts. Wild. That shit is wild.
It is.
But one thing about the Carson thing that it's my conspiracy theory. I think Crow would agree, but I don't know what you think because I don't know if you've ever spoken about this part. Do you think that people conspired against him? Because that's kind of
I don't think there was any kind of. I don't think anybody that's around Carson is that bright. No, I think it was the type of thing. I look, when you live with somebody, when you do work with somebody in the YouTube space, you get irritated. I bet some YouTube personalities that you think are the best of friends probably don't talk to each other as much as you think. And I think they just had enough of the shit type of thing. Not anywhere. Let's sit around. Let's make a plan, something like that. But I don't remember the guy's name. But I did get the feeling that he had it out for Carson and just the way he was explaining it. And, I care about all victims and court. I mean, it's 1719. I mean, the thing was that's why it's so much like, that was like so much like the pyrocynical thing. Like both of them are true. They're true. The person who made the allegations were 100% true. It's just like how serious are they? And Pyro is a little more aggressive. He fought back dishonestly, and Carson. My experience with him, it didn't surprise me at all. We actually got to interview him once. I was very, very lucky. We got to interview him. I was not surprised that he didn't fight back. He reminded me a lot of Zaptai in his behavior. Yeah. And I'm not surprised that we got a similar result as far as like their behaviors go. But I think long term Carson might be okay.
I think so too. Like some of the weird stuff that came out, somebody had messaged Bo Blacks in November, like a month or two prior to this allegations dropping. And then some of the people are like, oh, there are many girls going to get ready to come out. And then we had like 1.5 because there was some random person.
Yeah, 1.5, I don't count. So it was 1. She was telling truth. She was telling truth. She was 17. Yeah. He was out of line. I would have a problem. I have a daughter. I wouldn't like that either, especially if they're not in high school. But it's like growing up, I start to think back. If my 17-year-old female friend was dating a 19-year-old guy, we wouldn't have batted an eye because girls tend to go with guys that are older than them, and guys tend to date girls younger than them. Even if you get remarried, my wife was born in 1980. I was born in 1976. It just kind of works that way. And a 2-year age difference is just not that serious. If there was some kind of, it's not even criminal. Like if there was some kind of sexual interaction, you would be breaking federal law, but you might not be breaking the law in your state. I just don't. Here's the thing. Here's my experience with Carson. All right, he is not, even though he's an amazing entertainer, he is exactly what he appears to be. Extremely uptight about his looks, about his social skills. He gets real nervous. He has all those fucking problems that kids today seem to have in droves that they didn't have when I was a kid. Everybody had ADD. Now kids are social misfits and autistic and everything else. It just the name of the condition changes, but the condition seems to be the same to explain why kids have trouble adjusting to regular life. And I think he's one of those guys. And it's probably easy for him, considering he has a young audience, to talk to girls that are in high school. And I just don't think that's the end of the world. I don't think it was the end of the world, but I mean, here's another thing. Like, in fairness to Pyro, he was only like 19 when this whole thing went on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest lie Pyro told is that he's not gay.
Yeah, and then you got the crazy.
That's the biggest lie. That's the biggest. He's obviously a little.
I was
gay.
waiting for it. I was waiting
in some way. That's the biggest lie he told, that he's not gay.
Okay.
I'm talking about furry stuff and getting plugged in the ass with a 15-year-old gay boy.
Look, what is it? I know you say you don't care about the half allegation, but it is pretty funny. The second person that came out about Call Me Carson came in for one day, and their name was Copycat.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's about it. It's literally. Her name was literally Copycat.
That's too funny. That is too funny.
No, and then because now that we pretty much get your feel, because then you have the crazier allegations like the Jake Paul one, which she's gone silent, and then you got the girl who tried to expose Leafy in the craziest way fucking possible.
Yeah, I did. I covered that.
Being a groom.
I got trouble for covering that one too.
That was fucking wild.
Okay,
yeah, so, I think that was the last one I caught. Like, yeah, it was a little after that and John Swan thing, and I just I'm done with this shit. I'm done. It's the thing is it's not what I signed up for. When I think about when I started in this, it was CS:GO gambling, chatterbait, just people doing incredibly stupid stuff online, using their influence in a inappropriate way, and then everything became sex allegations. And after Me Too, it accelerated, and I think culminated in 2019 with YouTube Wake Up, which was the biggest non-fucking story in YouTube history. Apparently, pedophiles were watching kids' videos and timestamping them when I guess they bent over. And it really, YouTube decided to overreact to it instead of just deleting the timestamps. They punished children's YouTube, which just makes no sense to me. Well, children's safety comes first. Well, I'm sorry, that the timestamp doesn't put the child in danger.
So, somebody actually just DM'd me a question for you, actually, but I already know the answer. Tommy does know about the Vic Mignogna situation. Yeah,
Mignogna, not well. Not well. Yeah. All I know is that's another one fucking Ricada got wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's all I know. On his show. As far as not that I don't want to dump on Ricada, but I was I listened to Nick Ricada kind of a little bit here and there. He might be running in the background, and I was sure that he was so sure that Nick was gonna that Mignogna would walk, and he didn't exactly walk. He didn't win. And then I remember Nick Ricada saying that, Tonkasaw would face all these charges, and he didn't. So I think he's a good lawyer, but I don't know how good a read he is of drama. I mean, I listen to when he says this is what could happen, that would happen. As far as predictions are concerned, I don't particularly listen. And maybe he got I'm only familiar with the stuff he got wrong. Not so much, but I'm not attacking his legal credibility, by the way. It just seems like, oh, this guy's fucked, and no, he's not, or this guy's gonna win. So that's all I know about Vic Mignogna. That it didn't work out the way we all hoped.
No. Well, okay, so the Gabby Hanna stuff, when we talk about drama, that's got nothing to do with sexual assault claims or anything of that nature. To give like a brief rundown of how the whole thing kind of popped off, it seems like she decided she was going to do this video series to respond to all the criticism that she's gotten over the years, like some of the biggest stories about her. Yeah. And people were dismissive of it at first, but then when it actually dropped, she proved that Trisha Paytas had lied about a lot of the things between her and Gabby.
Shocking.
Right? Yeah, which I'm not. Yeah, again, I'm not too surprised why anyone would trust Trisha. I mean, bad decisions. Yeah. Anyways, so I think it was Diorio started up a stream with Augie.
Legendary. Actually, put it on his main channel.
Yeah. And started getting everyone to tweet out #apologize to Gabby Hanna. We were going through and just ripping apart T channels that uploaded like nonstop content on Gabby. And I'm new to YouTube, so I didn't know anything about this girl. But whenever her name comes up, it's like, I don't know, it's like you said Satan and someone's got to like spit to curse it out or something. Nothing positive I've ever heard about this girl, right? Since I've been on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And so they started just going through these T channels and just ripping them apart. You did your own stream talking about, why it happened. And you brought up like the videos from Revzilla, right? And it's just the way that they would handle covering her. It was taking the absolute worst possible interpretation of events.
Well, yeah. And that seems to be going on. I mean, here's the thing, like, you don't know who Gabby Hanna is. My only experience with her prior was the Rice Gum incident that happened. I want to say 2017, 18 or anything, when she challenged
him. He slapped the phone out of her hand or something.
Yeah, and they apparently went rolling into the ground and fighting over it. Rice Gum's a real man. I mean, in fairness, she was kind of goading him, but she's a girl. I mean, you fucking jerk. But that was my only experience with her. I know she followed Dave, my former co-host. Because she kind of stuck up for her back then, and that was really it. Because Gabby doesn't really make content that interests me. I mean, I'm not her target audience. What I didn't know, and apparently it's been going on for some time, and I really mean this because I don't follow the T stuff. It's I guess it wasn't degenerate enough, but she has a sort of an anti-O kind of witch hunt crew after her. And I did that episode with the attempt to show why the Diorio stream happened, because people with their journalism are so it's just lackluster. And in this stream, I found something I didn't expect, because I don't always screen everything ahead of time so I can react to it, be a natural reaction. I love when people, say to me like, "Hey, you need to get more research." It's fucking live, and we don't always want to research it because we want natural reaction. That is for videos. I don't make fucking videos. When I do make videos, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. But when you do a live show like this, you're speaking off the cuff. I'm sorry, I'm just getting back at all the jackasses that can't understand that. But so I watched it, and then when the victim's family, her name was Bianca Devins, kind of came out and stuck up for her. And the thing was, like, she's making a video about e-boys, e-girls, and I checked that. You just write e-boys or e-girls, that article is going to be like one of the first pop-ups in Google. And she was just looking for looks. Now, was it stupid to say, "Oh my God, this is so cool, I want this girl's look," and leave the part of the article in, the 2 paragraphs that were written, that, "Oh, by the way, this girl's murdered"? Yeah, it's pretty stupid. No doubt. Is it insensitive? No, it's dumb. Oh, unless you have to believe that Gabby Hanna's like, oh my God, look at this murdered girl. Like, isn't this funny? Isn't this cool? That's not what she was saying. She was looking for that Bianca Devins look. And for when the family came out, when she apologized, the family came out.
It worse.
We don't have a problem with this. The most important information that Repzilla left out was this. The article wasn't about a murder victim. And had he put that in, people would be able to draw their conclusions that it was an honest mistake. And he didn't allow her that. And this is what I didn't know when I watched the stream. It's still up until somebody fucking privacy strikes it or whatever. When I saw his dismissive attitude towards the family forgiving her, so to speak, it just made me completely insane. I mean, I just can't believe that. That being said, all this stuff did happen before the Primic video. And I did start to remember that when he called in, now that stream's gone, by the way, when he called in and he faced up like a man. I don't really have bad experiences with Repzilla, other than that one night where he claims he was drunk and we were fighting in DMs. I think he was probably right. It's just really, really stupid of him. And maybe you guys haven't too many examples where he's been that irresponsible since the Primic video. But I gotta be honest, my experiences with him, I've never had a problem. Yeah. Never had a problem.
I mean, like that. That's fair, right? I didn't want to.
I roasted him. Yeah, I wouldn't even say anything. I wouldn't have said anything. I roasted him, and I was done. But
I have my own experiences with Repzilla, and we've watched his more recent content, like including on Call Me Carson. I would say I haven't seen anything that says he's changed, including even when he went on your stream recently, the Primic video came up. You brought up that he called it a bunch of lies, right? That's his attitude on the Primic video now. The video is just full of lies.
I'm pretty sure it is, and I know that bothers Primic because I was contacted by him. Yeah, and the Primic video isn't lies. There's one lie debunked.
I'm not vindictive. If someone's apologetic and they're willing to own up and take accountability, I totally get it. And he popped up on your stream, and I honestly thought that he would do that. I don't really think that he did, because he still considers that Primic video just a bunch of bullshit, right? And that would be like,
well, I mean, I can't. Here's the thing. I don't want to. I can't. I don't want to make it about. I can't read his heart. I was worried when I was doing that stream. Right? Am I letting this guy go off soft? The problem is he apologized. And like, what do you do after that? I don't want to be like one of these T channels, when you're like, or I don't want to be like him. Like somebody comes out, I'm really sorry. I talked to the family. I made it all right. Fuck you. Anyway, I'm not like that.
I get it. Like a lot of the stuff that we just talked
about. I did have the feeling that a lot of people came away with that stream as like, well, you're letting them off. I didn't have anything else on them.
No, I thought it was.
I never said the Primic video is legit. I brought up the fact that he said it was bullshit. He went to Primic and said, "Can you please take it down? I've grown." And then when Public said it's bullshit, it's not bullshit. It's right on the money for that time. And that's it. No, I'm not aware of any, other than the Primic incident when he hit him up in the DMs.
Yeah,
I'm not aware of any missteps after that, or some at least as gross as that misstep. But I am aware that Nick is. Criticized him or put him in check a few times, but it's like when a man admits all sin. Like I can't read his mind. I don't know if he means it or not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, but it seemed it seemed reasonable and whatever. And if you guys can show me something that he did, post 2019 that is that egregious, I'll take your word for it. But what are you gonna do?
We covered especially the Carson video, because in my opinion, some of the stuff like there's an instance where he'll read the definition for like grooming, right? And then he'll tell you that that's not what grooming is, and he'll make up his own definition.
Yeah, I know. So, that's what, he's in great fucking company there. Because that's what happens to a lot of these people that in the T channel world, they say words and they don't know what the fuck they mean, and then of course they look them up and That's not what I thought it was. And clearly this isn't true. You shouldn't believe what you read in the internet. I mean, like, what the fuck?
So, like, from people who know Repzilla who tell me, like, he cares, but it's in a weird way. It's kind of like the way I compared him to was a Christian Templar who's going to kill everybody in the name of God. You know what I mean? Something like that.
I don't know. I'm not reading you there.
Well, I think okay. That was probably a really extreme analogy. I think what Orr meant is
it's pretty extreme. He's pretty extreme individual.
He thinks he's the good guy, even if he does bad things, right?
Yeah, there you go.
If he leaves out context on Gabby, right? It's not because he wants to be malicious or vindictive. It's because he thinks Gabby's a terrible person.
So you say he's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm putting it. Yeah. Yeah, I think Orr's just one with the really extreme.
That's what I do. That's my whole show. I deal with the stupid and vindictive. And they don't normally cross. If they do, you can't. Well, sometimes they do, but
yeah.
So
no, it's not extreme at all. That's exactly how it is.
Here's another thing. Before, I was hard on him, and when I said that, I was like, look, I'm still making fun of your stupid accent. I'm still goofing on. I don't care. And by the way, I have made fun of him a lot in the last 3-4 months.
Oh, wow.
The positivity turtles I've been goofing on. I was goofing on him. I've gone on and say that he's pretending not to be gay or something like that. I've goofed on his sexuality. I've never had a problem with him. Never.
It's funny.
He's never come to me and said, don't talk that way or you can't joke like that. And then, he was like, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm different now. What do you want? And then I'm looking at the date, February 2019. April 2019, the video comes out. Well, what am I hitting? And I literally did a stream on something he did almost 3 years ago. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? He said he was sorry.
No, well, the thing is, we weren't even going to bring him up because we saw it kind of got settled anyway. So we weren't even trying to bring up Repzilla.
We're good. I wish everybody the best of luck, even in the T community for that sense. But I mean, like, my problem with the T community, and he's guilty as this, as well. I mean, it's like, if you say a bad thing, you're a bad person and we got to go get you. I mean, God, I got somebody, I don't know. I don't even want to give him that much credit. It's like, you said this one time and that discredits you from everything. And I think what the T community is having a problem with my community, we say fucking outrageous shit to make people laugh all the time and they know it. So in their world, like in Repzilla or Repzion, they're all walking that T line. I'm not at all. Not even a fucking little bit. Nick's not. Tipster's not. Bobak's not. Augie's not. So yeah, we could say you're fucking crazy, and you could try to turn that into you're making fun of mental illness, and say, yeah, it's fucking crazy, ain't it? And it has no effect because we really don't share as much of an audience as you might think, and if we do, people are listening to us for a completely different reader. I shot to the point, and people are confused with that to this day. Maybe somewhat understandably so, because Keemstar baited commentary community that I am, and they still send me the sex stuff, even though I've announced I'm not covering it anymore. This person did something bad. You go out there and you talk about it and expose them. I've never really done that. I'm really looking for the lulz. The news videos. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to cross every T and dot every I. But even with the news videos I'm doing now, I'm trying to get a few yucks in there. Maybe I'm just not as talented as fucking technicals. But that's what I'm trying to do. I really don't want to do the sex stuff. If I can help it. But I will, if somebody is falsely accused, I will flip back into that zone again, for sure. If I have hard evidence, well, no, I'd go to the cops.
Exactly.
The other way around, yeah. Which nobody seems to know.
Yes. So now that you brought up technicals, because we're kind of running out of time, so we're just trying to jump around a little bit.
You have that 15 minutes, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So the technical stuff, it's insane what he pretty much.
Sorry. Just got to read the super chat really quick.
Oh, read it. Go ahead.
Zombie Fox, thank you for the super chat. Tommy doing the Southern accent is more Southern than the Tennessee Trailer Park Reject. That's hilarious.
Well, thank you very much for your $10. We do appreciate it. I won't spend it on a pack of 10 Marlboro, I promise.
Jesus. So the technicals video, everyone was.
Look at this right here, 10 whole euros for Marlboros. Don't have that down in Alabama, but they do there in Europe, where they're all socialists and they steal your money. Go ahead. There you go.
got your money's worth yet?
It's money's worth. 10 euros. That's like 17 American dollars. Look what you're smoking for. That's the problem over there. Go ahead.
That's pretty true. So the Sky Williams stuff. What'd you what did you think of Technical's video and all the stuff?
Technical's video was amazing. I was told it was going to be amazing ahead of time. I think Technical's there is so much fucking. I'm having him on Tuesday, and I'm sure I'm going to come off like a complete ass suck. I didn't know who he was. I knew Nick was working with him. I saw some of the video that he made 11 months ago. Nick showed it to me last month, and I was just like, yeah, this is the guy I'm working with, and I'm like, this is iDubbbz. This is iDubbbz of Karnak. I mean, this is the best. He's right. I'm going to make the prediction now: 1 million fucking subs in the next.
Oh, absolutely.
2 years. 2 years.
Absolutely. He's really fun on.
He is a star in every fucking aspect, and he's about ready to make the jump from the Smash Brothers community to other stuff. He will get. I don't know if he'll get D'Angelo Wallace big, because D'Angelo, like, if you want to get really, really big, be really smug and play bad person, and don't get caught doing anything bad. Be smug and be bad person. But no, I think the sky's the limit with him. You know, it's just, I know everybody's going to call me gay or a fucking groomer. He's got everything. I'm just going to talk from the facts. He's a good looking guy. Right, he's extremely well spoken. Right, I don't give a shit. Right, he's a good looking guy. He's extremely well spoken. He's exceptionally funny, and he can edit. That is the fucking like if I could compare it to a sport, it's like a pitcher being able to hit home runs.
He's also
on a regular
humble.
basis. Yeah, it seems that way. It seems that way. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him. Maybe in fucking 5 years from now, he's going to say, I don't care if you jerk off with my girlfriend. But for now, he's going to be just fine. You know, for now, he's going to be fine. He's got everything you need for the YouTube royalty. Absolutely. And I don't say it. I don't say that lately. You know, like, I said, my boy Nick, I told him 100K, no problem. That's coming for the next couple months. This kid, if he hits the right, here's what it's going to come down to. He's got to make the right video at the right time. The algorithm, he's going right to 1 million.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right to 1 million. I think he'll be up there with the elites, depending on who he connects with on the way up. And that's just the way YouTube works. So super funny, super smart. The sky's the fucking limit with Technicals. And I actually was binging on his videos all weekend. Which I almost ashamed that I haven't found him sooner. We should have been helping this guy like 2 years ago. You know, because a lot of these videos, the videos he made on ESAM and stuff, it was like 12 months ago, 11 months ago. So Tommy.
Have you seen his Captain Zach video? Have you seen that one?
I've not seen that yet. I mean, I'll just check it. Just because you said it, I'll be checking it out.
You really need to see that. Talk to him about it on Tuesday, man, because you need to see that one. That one is fucking wild.
What's the name?
Captain Zach. Captain Zach is a minor. He's 15, right? But he sexually engaged grown people and the pro players in Smash, and he would extort them for either money or like competition and shit.
God, they're such degenerates over there. It's so funny with that. That's another thing. They're a gold mine, the Smash crowd, because they throw out false allegations.
Yeah.
And they fuck up real allegations. Like they're like, I know that guy. I've been doing YouTube videos of that guy. I'm gonna look the other way. They literally got the best of both worlds. The Smash crowd. They're truly the most disgusting people. You know, I know Evo. I'm a little bit of an I would call myself a little bit of an esports guy. Evo, they hate when those smelly bastards come to Evo every year. That's like if people don't know, that's like the Wimbledon of fighting game company. And every couple of years they would throw in Smash, which is a legit fighting game. Don't let me get me wrong. But it attracts the most retarded, fucking ridiculous people on the planet. And they smell. They had that almost these Smash tournaments. You know, Medicare's talked about this. They have to put like a hygiene rule. So if you come with your goddamn like, oh, I'm ready to Smash. I got my GameCube joystick. Let me plug it in. I'm going right now. Get the fuck out of here. You smell. Okay, I'm out. You know what I mean? That's Smash in a nutshell for you.
Yeah, but this is the wild part. after he was done extorting them, he'd Me Too them anyway. So like people were paying him like thousands of dollars and stuff. And
I didn't know anything about that. I can't. I'm so glad you told me that. What's his name again?
Captain Zach. It's his Captain Zach video. Like I think he got banned. He's a menace. He's a crazy menace.
Hold on a second. Captain. Yeah, like he Tentacles getting with Captain Zach.
Yeah.
Z-A-C-K. Here he is, the first video that pops up, and I'm putting that bitch. Apparently I started watching this.
Yeah, dude.
Are you a Smash player?
Not. I'm familiar with it.
Shame on you. I have a child. I have an excuse.
I mean,
Smash a great game. Smash a great game. It really is an interesting.
No, yeah, I play it. I'm just not. I'm not a professional at it, so I just dabble.
You don't have to. Yeah, I watch Pro Overwatch. I'm not far from a professional. So
yeah, but there's one thing. One of the pro player, the top player Zero, he made an apology, and that apology basically he essentially canceled himself. And Technicals like kind of vindicates him a little bit in this video because Jisoo, he pokes all the holes in Jisoo's story and shit.
Yeah,
but like it shows how apologizing kind of fucks you, and the way he did it, he canceled himself. I think he contacted his own sponsors and just like, all right, I'm fucking guilty. I'm out.
I gotta check that. Well, that actually makes him think a little more honorable, considering what he may have done or hadn't done.
Yeah. All these gaming communities, like the Vanoss stuff, that just happened. That's pretty fucking wild too. Like all this. So-called impropriety
more
and then
wild behind the scenes. I can't talk about what I know. Absolutely insane behind the scenes. This is what I can say. That was the clearest case of a bogus cancellation that I've ever seen.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, I've never seen a more clear cut. Who is the Omrecker? The clear cut case. First of all, I'll just say this. And you don't have to ask me how I know this. So this guy Omrecker comes out and says that he's a bad husband. He looks at boobies, and he's married. Okay, fine, but that's kind of between him and his wife. Then somebody comes forward and says, and here's that he's also talking dirty to kids. The talking dirty to kids story never really comes to fruition. We don't know who he talked to, if they were a girl, if they were underage or anything. No one's able to provide this person that he spoke to. That attracts a girl, the girl that showed him the boobies to begin with, because she thinks she's helping something out. But let me just say that it's become very clear to her that she's been used. So it's just, that's all I can say. It's become very, very clear to her that she's been used by Omrecker. And I'll tell you this, the victims that he supposedly picked up against H2O Delirious are not happy with Omrecker. He really misplayed this from the top down. Apparently he has a history of doing this shit. I don't know why they'd bring somebody like him in. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Well, so the story with the H2O story is horseshit with the kid, because we don't even know who the fuck it is, right? And the booby girl, that's between him and his wife.
Yeah, but like get this, because there's a whole lot more, even deeper than that, right? Because we actually been covering it a lot, and Crow himself actually spoke to Omrecker, and he leaked the DM messages in that secret group chat that they had with the girls. Yeah, it's fucking wild. It's like they had planned this Google Doc, they had compiled this Google Doc to send it to Keemstar. They were making it nice and ready for Keemstar the way he likes it, with grooming allegations and shit. Yeah. So like this stuff.
Yeah, Keem turned on Om too. He's like, let me tell you, it's funny because I'm watching one of his videos once, and I have inside sources too, and I'm hearing from inside sources that Keem is withheld or deleted certain parts of the Omrecker that would have made the H2O Delirious case like fucking airtight. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Me and Keem aren't always the best of fucking friends. So we have a long fucking history. He's not editing out the part that makes the most money. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me make it fun abundantly clear. And then I see a couple days later, fuck you, Omrecker. What part did I edit out? And I was like, exactly. Yes. Exactly. No, because my sources told me that he was pissing and moaning. And what he was really pissing and moaning about is this did not have the impact that he hoped. H2O Delirious is back in motherfucking business, and he should be. I don't care. Look, here's the thing. I might report it, but I am never going to shame a man for cheating on his wife. All right? Here's why. I'm going to tell you right now. I know some girls don't like this. All right? You have an 80% chance of cheating on your wife or her cheating on you. 80% in North America. All right? So marriages go through different fucking stages and shit. Okay? I'm sorry. Look, if I asked some chick to send me her book, my wife wouldn't even give a shit. But that's just us. So I'm never going to go that far. You cheating? Look, don't cheat on your girlfriend. Don't cheat on your boyfriend. You know. But I'm sorry. I was young once. I was 20 years old once, and I know how hormones are. I know how things work. You know. I know, and I also know how humiliating it can be to be cheated on, especially when your whole friend group knows about it. But I'm never going to give it because most of you fucker 20-year-olds don't realize it's a part of growing. Getting cheated on and cheating on is a part of growing as a human being, right? There's some people that don't give a fuck and they're total sociopaths and they can run around hurting people. Yeah, but they're usually the exception to the fucking rule. So I'm never going to get that. I might report it. I got to cash in. I'm a drama tuber. But as far as like shaming somebody, I'm more than likely to laugh. That's not what I do. I support cheating. I don't support cheating, but I do support. I support cheating in the sense make me money and get caught in a spectacular manner. Here's what I need to happen: Phil DeFranco gets caught in a goddamn, I don't know. Let's think back to the '90s. Dennis Rodman way when Carmen Electra walked in on him when they had a relationship. He had two girls in the bed, and he looked her dead in the motherfucking eye and said, "They fell out of the ceiling."
Yeah.
That's what he said to fucking his girlfriend Carmen. Like, that's bulls. It wasn't me. That's a 90s song too, come to think of it. And I get that's funny to me. I'm gonna fucking laugh every time. Yeah. It's not my fucking business, dude. You know, I grew up with this Bill Clinton horseshit. It's none of our business. I mean, well, no, he's the president of the United States. No, it's still none of our business. Okay. I bought it. And you know what? I think a lot of people have adopted that over the years. Fucking Trump got caught cheating on his wife barely anybody talks about it. Yeah. With Stormy Daniels, Trump got caught cheating. Everybody talks about all the crazy. Trump got caught cheating on his wife during his term. Nobody cared, and neither do I.
Well, is that about all the time you got, or do you want to keep going for a little bit?
You got to go to TommyC's SFTP and watch. Watch. I hope you guys. I hope I did well for you. I hope this worked out for you.
I had a good time. I had a lot of fun.
I had a good time.
We'll do it again sometime.
Are you sure? Are you sure? We weren't too shit for you. Like, do you have any
you let me talk, and I don't care about you. I don't care about your show. I don't care about anyone. I care if I'm good. All right. And you know what? I was fucking good. I just hope you like it. If you don't, fuck you. How about that?
It was great. You know, everyone came for the Tennessee accent. You did it, so it's appreciated.
I'll see y'all later. I'm going to be on 10 minutes on my own channel. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Oh, the guy who fucking struck my channel or whatever it is. We're going to be talking about him. The idiot we'll refer to him as that. Because apparently on YouTube, you can't utter his name.
I see.
But I will. But I won't. No, I won't. I'm not going to call him an idiot. Thanks so much for having me on. I do appreciate it. I'd be more than happy to do it again.
Well, I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
Yes. That was something. Impromptu, kind of, but you know, it worked.
Dude, my throat is still sore.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, but I pulled through.
Yeah, man, good job. Good job. You should watch the technicals video since you're so sick. You should watch it.
I'm gonna watch it now.
Or you're gonna watch Tommy stream and then the technical video.
Wait, isn't Tommy's stream starting in like 15 minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Ooh, how long is technicals video?
Yeah.
19 minutes. God. Well.
All right. So what are we talking about tomorrow?
Let's talk about it in private chat. All right, guys. This was an impromptu stream. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. God damn it. Sorry. Throat's still fucked.
Lead.
Ending the broadcast.